gonna explore Auckland on a day-long, insanely fun sightseeing tour. We all know that feeling when we are in a new city and we don't have more than one day to spare on sightseeing. We are so tired after a flight and we are a bit too lazy to leave the hotel room, the comfort of the hotel room, and step outside. At the same time, we do want to step out and make the most of our limited time in that new city while ensuring that we do not zap out too much of our energy in the process. So a hard to win battle? Is it? If that's the case, I've got you covered in today's video. And you know the drill. I'm going to take you to some amazing places in Auckland while also sharing some fascinating information about each of the points that I'm going to take you to. So are you ready? So just one day in Auckland, what could you possibly do? Step 1, step out of that hotel room, I dare you. Step 2, rent a car, and let's go. I highly recommend taking a scenic drive along the North Shore. The North Shore is part of the urban area of Auckland, New Zealand, and it is bordered by the Waitemata Harbour. Stop there and don't forget to take wonderful pictures of the Auckland Harbour Bridge as well as the Waitemata Harbour. The North Shore boasts some of the most expensive areas for real estate in all of Auckland in New Zealand. Now the stretch that runs north from Takapuna Beach all the way to Milford, it's called the Golden Mile. The properties there, they actually sell for millions of dollars, mostly because of the proximity to beaches, to schools, to shopping centers, and Lake Pupuke. Did you get good photographs there? Great! So now hop on back into the vehicle. Next, we want to stop at this great viewpoint that I want to lovingly call, actually everyone calls it that, the North Head, where you can catch wonderful views of the Rangitoto Island, the Mission Bay, as well as the Bastion Point. Now, this is one place where you can catch up on your walking exercise while also taking in all the sweeping views of the Auckland skyline and also absorb a little bit of the history. So this place is located on a volcano, an extinct volcano, relax, and there's this crater, guys, and I actually saw a lady trek down all the way to the center of the crater all by herself, and no one expected it, and there was this huge round of excited applause that went around, and lady, you're awesome, but I don't even know if it's legal. Is it? Kiwis, let me know. So yeah, getting back, it is located on this extinct volcano. Now this place also has some historic tunnels that were used in the past to store ammunitions and cannons. In fact, if you go there, you can still find some guns from the past era. And while you're there, also do not forget to check out the Maori terraces that they left behind since they came there the first time.
Lines, and I really think, this is my own opinion, it was basically through one man, and it was him. But anyways, so there's the gun emplacement. As I say, it was only ever fired in practice, never in earnest.
has so many great places where you can just sit and contemplate. Yes, and Auckland itself is a very hilly region, and this Auckland Domain, it has several paths which are up and down, you know, it's fun to walk around. The Auckland Domain itself is dominated by the museum, and if you stand in front of this building, you can get much better views of Auckland, the harbor and the lakes and the rivers and everything else. Much better than what you can see from the Sky Tower. Don't fight me on that. I think so too. I firmly think so. Such creations of beauty. There are 2 glass houses, one for tropicals, one not, and they're filled with fuchsias, begonias, and all other sorts of visual delights. The setting itself, which is like a dome with metal structures, it gives a beautiful Art Deco feeling. And between the 2 glass houses, you will see there's a formal pond with a fountain structure. Now, if you're there on the 1st and 3rd weekends, there's a formal high tea, which is highly appreciated by everyone who attends it. So remember that a reservation is really mandatory. So if you're there, make sure you go there after you take the reservation. And the best part about the domain is that it's free, except the War Memorial. So hungry, you're starving by now, so let me tell you what is my favorite place to eat around there. It is the Riverhead Tavern. What? Yes, so this place, I went there with a bunch of my friends on a truly beautiful day. So when you go there, they greet you, they seat you, they offer you a wonderful array of drinks, and then you settle in for the most difficult decision you might have ever made: what to eat. Because this place offers a great array of food items, and it's difficult to choose from, but I chose the burrata, and it turned out to be one of the best that I've ever eaten in my life. And the risotto was really good too. So these are veg options, obviously, but my friends opted for fish and chips, which this place is really known for, and they weren't disappointed either. Now, against our better judgment, we also ordered desserts, and they were sinfully delicious and artfully decorated. What else do you expect? And I would say that they should keep their homemade ice cream a national secret, because it was that delish. The bar and the restaurant are located next to a river, and the views are stunning. And if you reach there a little early for lunch, then you can move over to the bar area, where many craft beers are on tap. Now, there are also 2 high quality pool tables there, and if you want to get served there, you can get served there. If the weather is great, you can always ask to be seated in the outside area, and you have some friendly waitresses who come and serve you drinks. Okay, this one you just don't want to miss. This is the Muriwai Beach. It is like, it's a nice drive up to the west coast, and beautiful lookouts, great views, and it's actually an easy climb. It's an easy climb up and downhill to get to the Gamut viewing lookout. I was there on a sunny Saturday, and the surf was up, and both the high and the low parking areas were full, but we did manage to find a parking spot which is close to the Garnet parking. Spectacular views of the coast and also the cliffs. Great views of the north stretching beach as well. And from there, it's really easy to see the birds without actually disturbing them. Now, fun fact, you can actually smell the birds before you even actually see them. That's that's a real fact, you know, because there's just so much birdie dropping all over the rock, and yeah, they have that effect on people, because, or maybe we were just lucky, because when we were there was this huge windy kind of an atmosphere which probably blew that smell right at us. So yeah, might be that we just got lucky, but hey, wonderful views, and it's really surprisingly you can get really close to the birds from the viewpoints. Now this is my plan to end a perfect day. This is the way to spend a wonderful evening. Tell me if this idea does appeal to you. Finish the evening by tasting wines at the Kumeo region. Kumeo region wines, guys. It would be a sin for me to not mention one of my favorites vineyards in the world. The warmth, the knowledge, the attention that they shower on your questions, it makes this a truly special tasting experience. Let's just say you will leave this place with a lighter pocket. My rating of the place is AAA triple plus. But even if you can fit just half of all the activity that I mentioned, I'm sure it'll be good enough. So a trip like this actually helps you learn so much about the history of New Zealand and Auckland. So I would heartily recommend all of these activities. And I think that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, it means the world to me whenever you give it a thumbs up. Shows me a lot of love and support. Thanks for watching today's video. This is Sam from A Wondrous Postcards, signing off. I'll see you in my next video.